Hello friend, today we are going to solve fourth problem of on lead code, which is median of sorted arrays. In this we will given two sorted arrays of size m and n respectively. Find the median of two sorted arrays. The overall complexity should be O log m plus n. You may assume n1 and m2 cannot be both empty. Num1 equals to 1 3, num2 equals to 2. The median is 2.0. In second example, num1 will be 1 and 2, num2 is equals to 3 and 4. The median is 2 plus 3 divided by 2 equals to 2.5. Okay. So friends, before starting this, we have to understand what is the median. Median is the index. Median is the value which will divide the whole array in two equal lengths. So if the length of the array is even, we'll take two middle elements and divide by 2. The resultant value is the median. If the length of array is odd, then the exact middle index value is the median of the array. Now in the case of two sorted arrays, there are many ways to solve it. Either we can do like combine both arrays, then sort it and then take the median of it, but it will be, because we have to make sure the time complexity, it should be log m plus O log m plus n, but in that case sorting, merging and sorting, it will be higher than this. So what will we do? Like we'll divide first array in two equal parts first, then we'll calculate the in value for the second array, in which we have to divide it into the two parts. Okay, then we will compare the max of both left arrays and the min of both right arrays should be less. Okay, and we also have to make sure to calculate the second array index. We will use some formula, because we know we have to divide the array in half, so we will take the half of whole array. So half of a whole array would be m plus n divided by 2. For the simplicity, we will take plus 1, as in because index are start from the 0. And this is the half of actual both. If we combine both arrays, then this is the half of them. If we divide already first array in some index, let's suppose I, then the j would be half of whole array minus I. So this way we will calculate the second index, second index for the second array in which we have to divide. To calculate the I, initially we will do like, we will not do like we will take I as a 0, then 1 and 2. We will do using the binary distribution of the array. Like we will take whole array, then we will directly cut it into the middle, so it will be faster for us. And if we cut directly into the middle, we will get the j, and we will combine. We'll check max of both left arrays should be less than min of both right arrays. Then we got the number. If that fails, we'll shift our right I in such a way that the current index plus the length of array divided by 2, means it would be like, if let's suppose it's the first array length is 2, so sorry 10, then we first divide it, we directly go to the index 5. Now we are doing 5 plus 10 divided by 2, that is 7, 7.5, so we will take 7 or 8. So now we are directly jumping towards our result. So we will do it on the faster loops instead of doing 1, 2, 3. Because if the array length is 100, we are directly like 50 and 50 we divided. So we directly jumped at 50, then 75 or so on. We'll do go forth and back according to our requirements. So this way will solve the problem. So first let's take length of two arrays. So we'll take the same name as defined in nums1. Now we knows. Now we will switch the arrays if the value, if the length of any, because we'll take the lower element as an in num1. So we'll switch if m is greater than n, then we'll switch the variables using nums1, nums2, m, nums2. I will tell you why we are doing in later stages, and it also states that the both arrays cannot be empty because we switch. So n always having the higher values. So if n is equals to 0 means both arrays are empty. So we are going to raise the error of value error. Now we will take the max because we are looping through first array and then dividing into parts, and then we will calculate the second values for the second indexes for the second array. So we'll create some variable because the first array length is from it means the value can be go from 0 to max values, which is m for the first array, because we switch is here. In that case, m value is also switched. Okay. Now we will also pre-calculate the half length because we all calculate the formula for j. In this case, it was n plus 1 divided by 2 minus I. So we will not going to calculate it in each loop because this will have the result always be the same because m and n will not change. So we are going to calculate that also before the loop. Now we will loop through because it may possible that it may give some float values, but we need the integer, so we'll calculate the here. Now we'll make sure that the I would be in this range. Okay. Now we'll calculate the I using the binary format. So we'll do just, we are going to the middle, so we'll take the min max divided by 2. So we have the I value. Now we will calculate the j using simple formula half length minus I. So let's print the value of I and j to get the better understanding. Sorry, I guess it will be, we have to break since it will be 0. Let's return something 1.2 for now. So if you see it divide 0 and 2, so our I will be 0 because 0 and 1 the index is 0 and 2 divided by 1 is 0. So we are taking, now we'll calculate it if our I is less than the length, and we also check if nums2 j minus 1 means is greater than nums1 of I. Means we are checking the second left array last index, last element, and means max of both array should be less than the min of second min of right arrays. So we are calculating in that way because there are two possible conditions, like because it may possible that max can be present on left upper array, first left array, or second left array. So we are calculating different ways, because if it is present in the first array, then we are going to decrease the value of I. If it is in second array, then we are going to increase the value of I. Okay, so we are in this case, because it is present in the second array, so we are going to increase the value of I plus 1. To do a binary search, we will directly moving values of I min. So our new I min would be in this case I plus 1. So as I told you, we are going to do a direct, like if array contains 100, then we are directly jumping to 50. Now in this case, we are changing the I min is to 50. So previously we are counting 0 to 100. Now we will counting from 51 to 100 divided by 2. So this way we will directly jump to something 75. Okay, this way we are doing a long jumps as much as possible. Okay, now we will check if I should be greater than 0 and nums of 1, the first left array, max of first left array, which is because it is in sorted form, so we will take the last value, is greater than nums of 2's second right array element, first element, which is because it is a minimum of that array. If it is greater than, then we'll shift our max values, because we have to reduce the size. So I minus 1. So in this case, it will be like 200. If we found that our first array is having the greater value than the second elements, then we have to shift j towards the 0. Sorry, j towards the end of the. So in this case, we have to reduce the j value. Okay, so we are doing this. Now we are calculating. If both conditions are good, then it is something like max of both left array is less than min of both right array. Okay, so now we will take max of left. So max of left would be max of, because we know the greatest value in the array is the last element in both left arrays. So we'll take that one. Instead of calculating whole arrays first and last, we'll directly calculate to reduce the load, increase the performance. Okay. Now it may possible that I is reached to 0. In that case, we'll take, because I is 0, in this case I 0 means num of minus 1 is nothing. So we'll take, if I is 0, then we'll take the max left as a num2, because in that case it is the maximum one. And same we will do for if j is equals to 0, then we will take this as an else we will take this. Now we will check if length of our arrays, which is m and n, is even, sorry, odd, then we can directly return max left. We don't need to calculate the, we not need to take the another value from the right array, because if we take the another value, because it's an odd value, so we know it's just a middle of it, then we are taking the just middle of it. But if it is an odd, if it is an even, we have to take the one value from the left and one value from the right and divide by 2. So in that case we will do min of right using min. Now we know that the minimum of both two arrays, the first element of both arrays, so it would be the same condition can be happen here, but it will be the maximum condition in this case. Like it may possible that I is at I equals to m and j equals to n, means they are out. In this case it will be out of the index case. Okay, if m here, if we put at m here, m is 4 because index start from 0, so it will be out of the case. And now we will return the median of these two arrays. Because we need the float values at the result. Sorry. Now let's run this code. Sorry. So you can see that it is a much prettier faster than others. So this way we can solve this problem, median of two sorted arrays with minimum time complexity. Okay, thank you for your time. Have a good day, and do not forget to subscribe and like this video.